Hi Libra, and welcome to your June predictions reading. This reading is intended for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or those who have strong Libra placements in their chart. So if you're not a Libra and you're here cross-watching, I just need you to know that I'm a very honest reader. If you hear or see something you do not like, you have been warned, okay? All right, so let's get into it, Libra. This is going to be a general prediction reading. I do have a love predictions reading out for you at the moment. That reading is from mid-May until mid-June. If you're interested in those predictions, I recommend you go and have a look at that video. Let us start though. Having a look at the month of June, I'm going to get three oracle cards, which will tell us the main themes that you can expect to experience in the month of June. Then I'm going to pull out some tarot to help us clarify, get more specific, and then we're going to close each of those sections with advice. But I want to delve into your individual themes before clarifying and getting advice. What are Libra's main themes in June, please, Spirit? What are Libra's main themes in June? Okay, there was something in there that needed to shuffle its way out. Which one? Which one do you want? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. So at the back of your deck, we have Cardinal, and technically, Sweet Pea, you are a Cardinal sign, so I'm going to take it as a sign that this is for you. First card that came out for you was the 11 card in the reverse. We also had 7th house come out with Cancer. Spirit said it was very important that those two came out together so that we could easily see that they were connected and what the 7th house was referencing. Sometimes it can talk about contracts or partnerships, but yours is very specifically about a partnership here, co-parenting for some of you. We also have Aquarius coming out for you in the reverse position. No, it wants to be upright. Okay, we're going to keep that upright then. Where to start, Sweet Pea? Libra, a major theme here with 11 reversed is going to be the way that you find guidance in the month of June. There seems to be a pressing issue here for you that you seem to be struggling with, and it's very important to you that you get the right information before you move forward. You feel a bit confronted by the issue at hand, and you want to make sure that to get to the other side, you're making the right decisions, you're taking on board the right advice. You seem to be getting advice from all sorts of directions about this, which isn't helpful. It's confusing you more, it's unearthing you, and it's making you doubt your own abilities. It's making you wonder whether it was your own hand that got you in this situation. I don't think that's true. I think that the right information will find you when the time to act is appropriate. And if you're still struggling, then you may have already heard the information, but you're just not able to act on it because you're struggling to trust yourself. We'll explore that issue a lot further, but I want to talk about each of the themes individually before delving into them in depth. So next we have the 7th house with Cancer. So I'm actually finding myself to be breathless. So I feel like you're going to be very busy in June. This only happens to me when I have a lot to say about a sign and when I feel like I'm going to run out of time to talk about it. So I feel like June is going to be a busy month for you, but it's only going to be busy because you seem to be stressed about key things. And these key things have to do with family or partnerships or a relationship, especially with the 7th house here, Cancer. It could be a child involved. It's just the sentimental attachment, a fondness, that of a parent and a child, is also causing issues here. However, it's not all bad. This is a positive thing. I see that a partnership is what is going to be very significant for you in the month of June, because that partnership is going to give you this sense of connection that you may have been waiting for or wanting. I feel like a parent figure could play a key role in you getting the right outcome here, or it may be that some of you are trying to get a parent's approval about something that you've committed to or someone that you've committed to. I see you here signing something and getting very serious with the 7th house, but you want somebody's sentimental approval with the Cancer sign here. So I feel like sentimental attachments seem to be a key issue here for you in the month of June, only because you're making it a priority. It's not really an issue. It's not even a challenge. It's a wonderful addition to your growing world, but it feels like you're making it a priority, which is in turn making it a key issue, a key focal point here. The 7th house is your energy, Libra. So this is something that you've thought about. This is something that you've spent a lot of time deciding, should I do this? Should I do this? Yes, I'm going to do it. It's time. And you've made the official announcement in June. And I see you getting support, but I see you also clinging to certain emotional support, which makes me think that there may be some of you who were expecting more of an emotional response than you got, and you're just having to cling to the ones who are there. Again, we're going to delve into that, but let's look at Aquarius real quick. Aquarius did come out reversed, but you saw when I put it on the table, it flipped itself around. So as a theme in June for you, it feels like you guys may need to kind of think outside the box, similar to Gemini, to be honest, in order to overcome the challenges that you are facing. And to be fair, Mercury is still in retrograde, so maybe that has something to do with it, experiencing mild setbacks that eventually lead to your success. But this Aquarius sign is asking about reinvention. It's asking for compassion as well. It's asking for this idea that you can put your own grievances aside in order to work towards a common goal with somebody. And it's also asking for you to stand firm in what it is that you believe, values-based, while also getting ready to complete a task at hand. So it makes me think that you're having to collaborate with someone that you don't have the best relationship with. You may be working on something with someone who you have a history with, and you're just having to deal with them temporarily in order to get through. But I do want to get tarot now to get more specific about each of these 3 themes. So let's start with that 11 reversed for Aquarius. Oh, there we go. With 11 reverse, Spirit. What is happening with that 11 card? What is happening with that 11 card? Okay. Back of the deck is the 3 of Swords, which is upright. Oh, gosh. Alrighty. First 3 cards for you. Clarifying 11, we have the Knight of Cups, Knight of Goblets, the 2 of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. That Knight of Cups and the High Priestess are reversed, okay? If this camera will focus. Let's hope it does. I hope you can see that. I'm trying my best with this camera layout. Okay, so 11, my gosh. So something is not going according to plan. For some of you, if you're old enough, this is your child. You're trying to get guidance on what to do about them, and it's just not going the way that you were wanting. You feel like things are frustrating you because they're out of your control. You've been very busy. For others of you, you're just busy in general. And there is someone here in your life that you feel like you're neglecting emotionally. This is someone that you have love for. They have love for you. They may be your age or slightly younger, but it feels like we're kind of stopping ourselves from saying or doing what we want to, and this is coming from a loving place, like we're having to limit our love and our emotion towards them because we are so busy, because we have other priorities. So for some of you, this could be you delaying dating certain people as well, and not wanting to kind of get messed up in certain other people's relationship issues or other kind of relationships you're having, because you're afraid that it's going to take you away from your other priorities. But with the High Priestess reversed, you're doing this in a very logical way, and you're not doing it from a place of compassion towards yourself. There's something quite selfless about this, and yet you're still being met with resistance because you're not trusting what it is that you know, and that your instincts and your higher self is telling you. With the High Priestess there, your instincts are trying to tell you, like, hey Libra, this isn't good for you. Like, I like that you're hustling and I like that you're busy, but there's a side to you that is very compassionate and loving, and you're neglecting that loving, compassionate side. It feels like that's what this is about mostly, unless you do have a child who's in their teen years. And then I see that you're feeling a bit guilty about how you're interacting with this child, because you feel like you're not giving them all of your time. You feel like you've been too busy and you're trying to prioritize them, but they seem to be struggling to connect with you. The High Priestess reversed is saying you got to ask them what's on your mind. Don't beat around the bush. If this is your kid we're talking about, be straight with them. They can appreciate that about you. They know that about you. Don't beat around the bush. Just talk straight and say what you need to say, and that's how you'll get the honest truth out of them. Let's get some advice about that in general, though. What is this 11 card for Libra, please, Spirit? What is the advice here with the 11 card for Libra? What is the advice? Thank you. What is the advice for Libra with the 11 card, please, Spirit? Thank you. So the first card that came out was this confidence card, and it is reversed, Libra. You also have Spirit Guide, and there's one more card as well that I want to show you. Prosperity. So the thing about this issue is that what we're doing is not going to be beneficial in the long term. It needs more of our attention right now. I see that what we are distracting ourselves with is not even going to be able to grow fully, because we're giving a little bit of ourselves to this, a little bit of ourselves to that. No meaningful time or attention is being invested here, and therefore it cannot work out in the long term. I see with confidence reversed, you're being called to take a softer approach, but you're being called to also be sure about what it is that you're asking, what it is that you want from the situation, and what it is that is important. Like, why do you need to do this? Or why is this person important? Or why are you putting your priorities there in the first place? A softer approach to the situation. You are being called to have compassion for yourself here. You guys are taking a very selfless approach in the way that you're removing what truly matters in this situation. With Spirit Guide upright, there is someone in your spiritual team that is trying to give you the answers you need, Libra. So probably someone that you are actually related to, who communicates with you frequently. So this isn't going to be a far out sort of energy. This doesn't even need to be a very obscure energy. It's something that you are familiar with. It's someone that you connect with frequently, and it's something that's been trying to be communicated to you for some time, Libra. So your advice is to listen and start paying attention to what is being said about the situation, taking a softer approach, reminding yourself of why this is important to you, and whether this energy that you've been diverting into other areas of your life because you're so busy is actually worth investing in the first place. What truly matters to you there with prosperity reversed. Now we're going to have a look at the 7th house in Cancer energy. So Spirit, what is happening here for Libra in the month of June with 7th house and Cancer? What is happening for Libra? We have the 5 of Pentacles coming out in the reverse position. What is happening for Libra? We have the Lovers card in the reverse position. What is happening for Libra? We also have the 5 of Swords in the upright position. So when it comes to this 5th house Cancer energy, there is something important going on here. It could very well have to do with a relationship for most of you. For all of you though, if this isn't a relationship, this has to do with you making a big decision about committing yourself to something. And the thing about this is, we don't want to be coming about it the wrong way. With the 5 of Pentacles here reversed, we have to make sure that what we are signing up for is worth what they're asking of us. So for some of you, this feels like a contract. This feels like you having to give something in order to get something, like making repayments, or something is taken from you in order for you to give. It could be that compromise has to do with it. In a relationship aspect, you feel like you may have to move home in order to be with that person, or you have to have a physical change, like a career change or something like that in order to make the partnership work. If this is a business contract, it feels like you're having to put money into it as an investment first before you gain an investment return. And I just think that you need to be very careful before you sign up to this. With the Five of Swords here, was it reverse, Spirit? It was upright. There are communication issues here that are causing hesitancy to make a serious decision. The communication issues involve not being able to see eye to eye and not feeling like you have enough information to make this serious decision. I would encourage you to ask as many questions as you can. I would encourage you to get a second opinion. I would encourage you to read the fine print. If it's a contract, maybe you need to show it to a lawyer or an external lawyer. If this is a relationship, I feel like communicating with that person in depth before making a decision about the relationship is going to be most helpful, because you feel like you're either rushing this decision or you're unable to make this decision because you don't have enough support. And that's why I think Cancer is here, because for most of you that support feels emotional. You feel like you are isolating yourself in order to make the right decision, or you feel like you just don't have enough of what is being asked for you. It's a very challenging situation on your environment, on how you feel, and also on how you're thinking. It's causing major delays. So let's get some advice about this situation. What is the advice for Libra in this situation, please, Spirit, with the 7th house in Cancer? What is the advice? Yeah, some of you may be leaving a relationship. What is the advice for Libra? Interesting. They want me to take these two cards. Okay, so the best thing about this energy is you could have support from those around you, in the sense of someone that is close to you has been through a similar situation, so you don't have to go too far out of your inner circle in order to get support and advice. Your first two cards for advice were empowerment and finding. Finding actually took a little while to come out, which is ironic. We also have inspiration coming out for you in the reverse position. So as advice, I feel like ultimately this is a decision you need to make. I do think that other people are influencing your decision in a good and bad way. Good in the sense of you need that support. You need to bounce ideas off people. You need to be able to just get all the information out of your head, and talking to somebody could be helpful. But bad in the sense of you may be going off what other people have been through and using that as a way of measuring what you think is going to happen to you, which isn't helpful. You're two different people, two different situations, similar for sure, but it's not exactly the same. Your advice at the end of the day is to trust how this is going to work out for you, and to look at yourself as the primary example when making a decision. Knowing who you are, knowing how you deal with these things, what is the decision that you should make when confronted with this choice. Now, with empowerment here, some of you, your advice is as simple as just believing in yourself. You're so quick to doubt that you'll be successful. You were so quick to doubt that you could pull this off. You were so quick to jump to the nearest person and say, hey, I've got this issue, without first backing yourself and believing in yourself. You were so quick to just assume that it was going to fall apart. So empowerment is saying, listen, believe in yourself, please. Don't just think it's going to fall apart. Actually believe in yourself, and then look at the situation realistically. With finding here, it is highly likely that what you are waiting for will eventually find you in terms of the information or the advice. So delaying this major decision or causing a separation temporarily could be the best thing that you do, especially if this is a relationship issue, just to help you get your head around everything and to help you find the true feeling behind what it is that you want to do. So those are your advice. That is your advice, I should say, for the 7th house in Cancer. Let us move forward to Aquarius now, looking at that reinvention, thinking outside the box with compassion towards the future. What is going on here with Aquarius for Libra, please, Spirit? What is going on here? Okay. Oh, you got a couple. You got a counterpart here. We have the King and the Queen of Discs. That Queen is reversed, though. That Queen is feeling a little bit insecure. Don't know what for. Okay, we have the 10 of Swords as well in the upright position. So, sweets, this Aquarius energy has to do with you ending a difficult cycle and thinking about how to move forward. What is the future going to look like from here? How do we move forward? Obviously, we can't go back. Obviously, that door has closed, that ship has sailed. So where to next? What are we doing next? What do we want to work towards next? I believe that this has to do with you staying true to the foundation of an idea you've already had in terms of a partnership or an investment idea. There's something here that either has to do with a career path, which would be starting your own business, or a relationship and you trying to settle down with the right person who matches your long-term goals and your long-term expectations, especially around family or independence. It's either or for you. Either you want to be able to pursue your own passions with Aquarius, or you have a set idea of when you want to start your own family. It has to do with your long-term goals, and we're ending a tough cycle. We were disappointed. We felt betrayed even in that old cycle. It wasn't going according to plan. There was a lot of disappointments. It was a very long cycle in the sense of we really put our all into it, but it just didn't work out. For some reason, June is reminding us of that because we have better prospects this month. And when we have those better prospects knocking on our door, it immediately puts us back to that place that we were at before in that difficult cycle. So please know that that cycle has ended. It's not going to repeat. It's not cyclic in the sense of it comes back around. You are being met with an opportunity here to foster something that you have already thought about in terms of a long-term opportunity. It's an idea that you had before, it didn't work out, wrong person, maybe wrong timing. Now you have the right person and the timing is seemingly right as well. But I see you having reservations about this, questioning compatibility, questioning whether it's what you even want anymore. You may have felt like you put a lot of effort into the previous cycle. Maybe I don't want to put all my effort into that again. I don't want to put all my... Sorry, Libra, we were just cut off by my camera who said that my memory card was full. Mild tech issues. Mercury is in retrograde. But as I was saying, you're afraid of putting all your eggs in one basket here. So that's why I think you're thinking outside the box. That's why I think you're hesitating about what this opportunity is. You're kind of like, that's lovely, that's wonderful, but is this actually what it says it is? So what is the advice here for, I was about to say Aquarius because I'm looking at Aquarius. What is the advice here for Libra, please, Spirit? What is the advice for Libra in this situation? What is the advice? Okay. First card that came out was the Strength card. So first of all, Libra, you are strong enough. You are deserving enough, but are you courageous enough? That's the question. Do you have courage to step towards the things that you want? Do you have courage to throw yourself out there and be vulnerable again, knowing that you can have it and you will have it, but questioning whether it's something that is going to work out for you? I see that strength here is your biggest advice, and in all its ways. Strength isn't just about being physically strong. It's not just about emotional strength. It's about courage as well. It's about compassion. It's about kindness. It's about being able to persevere and being able to be vulnerable in order to be strong, you know. We also have boundaries and animals. So when animals come out, it's usually a very physical or what's the word, literal meaning. It literally means that animals could be a hindrance here or a blockage here. I heard a kooky thing. Apparently some of y'all are going off what your animals think. Like, if my dog doesn't like you, then I don't like you. Listen, as advice with animals reversed, you're denying yourself something that is very natural here. You're denying yourself an opportunity that is as natural as breathing. It is not just something that is a regular opportunity that you're knocking down. It's something that has the potential to be just for you, if that makes sense. Very compatible. King and Queen of Discs, this is counterpart energy. With boundaries here, I feel like this opportunity has been working its way to you. And I think that boundaries is about finding a healthy way to move forward, ways to feel more safe, yes, while also not cutting yourself off from opportunity. There is a healthy medium here. If you are feeling violated or unsafe, obviously have those boundaries to protect yourself as you move forward, but don't let those boundaries cut you off from experiencing things full stop. Aquarius is encouraging you to move forward, to progress, and to do so in a way that is different to how you did it before. Don't let what happened before hold you back, and don't let what happened before happen again and stop you from being able to overcome some of these challenges, because I feel like something about the situation is reminding you of something that happened in the past, but it's not the same. It's very different. Aquarius is reinventing this so that you have the chance to tick something huge and wonderful off the list of accomplishment here, something that you've been really wanting for a long time. So Aquarius, I was about to say Aquarius again, I'm so sorry. So Libra, that is what I see for you when it comes to the month of June. That has been your general predictions reading. I'm going to be doing a love predictions reading in the middle of the month for June to July, if you're wanting to look at that. Otherwise, I recommend you look at the May to June one in the meantime. Take what resonates, Libra. It has been a pleasure to read for you today. I hope this information was helpful, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye. Eek. Let us move that out.